My name is Siona Thacker, and first I introduce myself. For over 20 years I have been practicing Kabbalah. Kabbalah deals with the secret of the universe, the soul, creation, and the higher world. In addition, I have published a book that explains a lot of topics, including reincarnation, the purpose of creation, and dreams. The book is called The Journey of the Divine Spark, that you can purchase it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Today I discuss a deep spiritual concept based in the sacred Jewish text, the Kabbalah, and the topic will be about a soulmate. In a short lecture, you will gain a basic knowledge about a soulmate, and when you have a basic understanding, you will learn how to maintain your existing relationship and also a relationship you will have in the future. Then in my next lecture, you will get tips on how to maintain successful relationship. First, there is no creature in the world that does not long for a relationship. We are all looking to be loved and to love. But there are some people who are expert at destroying their relationship. Of course, we all make mistakes, and sometimes it's too late to fix it. And it's very difficult to turn the wheel back to the previous state. Well, now let me first explain what a soulmate is from the spiritual aspect. According to the Kabbalah, pairing is two souls that were once one soul, who split into two souls. In the higher spiritual world, there is one world in which all the souls reside before they descend into the physical world. And in this world, the divine presence also dwell. In Hebrew, it's called Shechina. In this spiritual world, the soul is in a state of one soul, and it has two sides. The left side of the soul is a female, and the right side of the soul is a male, which means that they are two souls connected together into one soul. According to the Kabbalah, in the upper world there is an angel named Laila who is responsible for splitting souls. So, 40 days before the soul descends into the physical world to be conceived in the body of the fetus, the angel Laila split the soul into two souls, one male and one female. In these 40 days, the soul that is supposed to descend into the physical world stays in the upper world, receives guidance, and prepares itself for being in the physical world. After 40 days, it's time for the soul to descend into the material world. And in the material world, the two halves of the soul are the soulmate, that they belong to each other since they were connected together in the upper world. Because our topic today is not about the context of the relationship, and it's not about the essence of the soul, then in the next lecture you will get more detail about soul and spirit and the action of the soul during these 40 days. When the soul descends to the physical world, sometimes there will be a situation where the two souls descended together at the same time. But this is not necessary, because it is possible that the female soul descend first into the physical world and then the male soul, or each one descends into the material world at a different time. First the male soul and then the female soul. And the difference in their time of descent can be difference of a month, a year, or many years. Therefore, sometimes we see couples that the woman married a man who is 20 years older than her, or the other way around, she is older than him, or they do not look suitable to each other in their external form, and we do not understand what they found in each other. However, there is a spiritual matter here of souls who were in connection in the higher world and now they are reunited. This is what is called a soulmate, that the two parts of soul that have split in the upper world have reunited again in the material world as a one soul, same as they were in the upper world. In contrast, there are souls who descend into the world without a soulmate. Most of the reason is because of the negative act they did in the previous reincarnation, which caused them to lose their true spouse. And when they descend into the world, they descend without other half of the soul and descend from the backside of creation. It's like if we have a wedding event in a large hall which has a front door from which all guests enter and exit, and there is also a back door from which people who are ashamed or uninvited enter. This is just an example to illustrate the intention of the backside of creation. Now, when this soul in the material world, they do not feel the need to get married and remain single. I have given only one reason out of 100 of reasons there are in the Kabbalah. In another lecture, I will talk more about other reasons. Now, I will talk about when we are in the material world. In a pairing, there are two types of pairing. One is called easy pairing, and other one called hard pairing. Easy pairing means when two people meet together, fall in love, and then they get married without delay or any problem. This type of relationship is a connection of two soulmates. That is why they stay together for the rest of their life, and any argument between them involves severe pain for both parties, which is unbearable. On the other hand, difficult pairing that the couples meet, fall in love with, and they want to be together, but there are many issues between them that cause delay in getting married, like a family opposes the relationship, or there are many disagreements between them, or they break up and become a couple again, or a problem of living distance between them. But most of the problems are because of the family that opposes their relationship. So, the question now is, if they are getting married out of love, and we assume it's our soulmate, then why are some couples getting divorced? Well, it's not necessarily if you got married, then it's your soulmate. From the spiritual aspect, there are many reasons of divorce. I will briefly give you a few reasons for divorce. First of all, in order to meet your soulmate, a person must be worthy to meet her or him. This means there are certain conditions required to be worthy of each other. First, their deed should be good, which means positive. Second, they should have an inner desire to meet their soulmate unconditionally. The third, be ready to settle down. So, if they deserve each other, they will meet, fall in love and get married. But if they are not worthy to meet each other, they will marry another spouse who also was not worthy of his spouse or lost his soulmate. And together they start to build a family. And after a while, they get divorced. If after they get divorced, they still not worthy to meet their soulmate, they may remarry another spouse, and at a later stage they will get divorced again. However, when they have reached a stage where they deserve each other, they will meet their soulmate and get married. To meet this soulmate, both must be worthy of each other, not just one of them. Anyhow, there are many reasons why people get divorced. Some of them related to reincarnation. There are sentences that said, what goes around, come around, which is a basic understanding of how karma, the law of cause and effect, works. I will give you one example. If in the previous reincarnation a man was evil and beat his wife, then in this reincarnation he will meet a partner who is not his soulmate, they will get married, and she will beat him or make his life miserable. Another example, it is also possible that in the previous reincarnation they were a business partner. For example, if in the previous reincarnation one partner stole money from his business partner, so both will roll again in a reincarnation as a male and female, meet each other and get married. Then the partner who was a thief will lose money to his spouse through divorce, lawsuit, or in a will. It's turned out that in the end the thief returned what he had stolen from his partner in the previous reincarnation. In this case, it's follows that this marriage was for the purpose of correction, which was supposed to be done, and was for the benefit of the man who was a thief, because it atones for his sin. So if you have lost money to your wife or a husband, it is probably an old debt that you had in the previous reincarnation, and now you have to pay back your debt. So do not feel terrible if you lost money. Divorce does not have to be just a reason for a relationship from a previous reincarnation. There is also a woman or a man who do not meet their soulmate because they pursued materialism or are looking for a bride or groom for their own self-interest. Of course, marital marriage built on self-interest or for a profit ultimately fails. As an example, a woman looking for a rich husband. So, in my opinion, she is looking for a bank and not for a husband. Such a woman is not worthy to meet her soulmate. Or there are people who are looking for a beautiful, rich, educated partner without regard to his inner quality. They too are unworthy of their soulmate, because it's based on materiality and convenience. We must understand that the soulmate is half part of our spouse. So sometimes the other part will be poor, rich man, or his appearance will be different from what you imagine. Therefore, a true successful relationship is unconditional relationship. Normally, our soul informs us who is the other part of our soul by gut feeling, emotion, love, desire to be with other person, and longing. Still, that does not mean we should not check out our partner character trait, but trust your feeling that come from your spiritual soul. In the next lecture, I will give you tips for successful relationship. Well, if you enjoy my lecture, please like my video, write a comment, or subscribe to see more. Or if you have any question, please write to me through my website or Facebook. Thank you for watching, and I will see you at my next lecture.